Hi, I'm John Craven with BevNet, and today we're here at the 2017 Expo West Show in Anaheim, and I'm at the booth of Juice Served here, and I'm joined by Alex Matthews.
How you doing, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you again.
Yeah, likewise.
Thanks for coming by the booth.
So this show is always one that has loads of product innovation. You guys have some new stuff. Can you tell us about it?
We have 2 new products today. We're launching our packaged shots. We've had the shots in our stores for some time, and they've just been really successful. So we decided to package them and box them for sale to retailers. So we got those 2, the hot shot, which is a bestseller, and the turmeric shot, both using food grade essential oils, and pretty potent. We wanted our shots to definitely have a stronger kind of flavor profile. And then we also released our tonic at this show, which is a new pack size for us. It's an 8-ounce, lower price point, obviously, but pretty potent, in between a juice and a shot, so kind of in the middle there somewhere. And this one is turmeric based. There's orange juice in there, and again, we're using these food grade essential oils.
So you kind of touched on a couple of things that seem to be trends within cold pressed juice.
Yeah.
Namely, smaller package size, lower price point, more assertive flavors.
Yeah.
What are you seeing kind of the category like right now in terms of like just what the consumer's looking for?
I think it's different in different categories, but from our experience, even with the coffee bean tea leaf partnership that we have, we introduced a 12-ounce at a lower price point, and we're seeing great velocity with that. And so I think certainly smaller pack sizes, lower price points, but honestly, I think the shots it's not a new category. I know the number one brand in that space is checking really well at retailers, and so for us, it's kind of our first sort of foot in the water with it. And right off the bat, a lot of retailers here have wanted to pick up the shot. So I think shots are a big deal, and I also think an 8-ounce tonic, a bit stronger, a bit kind of more flavor profile forward. I think customers, certainly the tastings we've done today, people have reacted really well. It's kind of doesn't have the sort of drinkability of like a 15-ounce or 16-ounce. It's a bit more potent, especially if you're feeling under the weather. So I think those kind of functionality, sort of functional, aspects of it are what people are looking for.
And let's talk a little bit about retail. You guys have picked up some new retail lately. Can you tell us about that?
I'm really excited. We've opened a new concept down in Newport Beach in Orange County here on the West Coast, and it's a totally new concept. So it's seated full service. It's vegan plus eggs, so you can get your classic avocado toast, which has become like a seminal menu item, I feel like, out here in California. And so you can add poached eggs to that. We have daily soup specials, salads, sandwiches, but we also have the juices. We're making fresh smoothies in the stores. And then we also have a fantastic third wave coffee program there as well. And it's interesting, we opened this store in January, and we have about 35 seats. And the number one selling item is a food item. So it's an interesting kind of shift for us. We're definitely toying with what the future of the retail stores look like. I think the pure play juice bar, as I've mentioned to you in the past, I think is a tough road, and for us, we've wanted to start pushing into and trying other things. And so it's actually called JSH Marina Cafe. So it doesn't say Juice Served here above the door.
Very cool. Adjusting the branding as the, sales shift that way.
Exactly, yeah.
And I guess as far as the wholesale distribution, you guys have recently picked up Whole Foods as well, right? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I honestly, when I started the brand back in 2013, I didn't think that I'd be selling to Whole Foods, honestly. It's an exciting moment for us. But yeah, we've launched in the SoPac region. They actually picked up 14 SKUs, which is quite a lot. So we're occupying quite a bit of shelf space there. And, you've got to support it correctly with samplings and sort of being pretty diligent about that stuff, which we have been. And so, yeah, the expansion is rolling out right now. So we'll be in 16 stores by mid-month, and then basically all the way up to about 40 locations, with that particular rollout. And then we're in talks with them on the East Coast as well. So yeah, we're really excited. They actually picked up the shots and the tonic.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And I guess outside of Whole Foods, you guys have the coffee bean and tea leaf. What else is going on the wholesale distribution front?
So we talked about this before, but I think that grocery is obviously an important category for a brand like us. But I think it's a part of the story. It's not the main thrust of our kind of focus, although obviously it's a very important part of it. But for us, food service is definitely continues to be where we feel like the future of things are for us. And so the coffee bean was the first example of that. We're now agreed to deal with Noah's Bagel to go into Noah's Bagels in Southern California, and then that will lead into Northern California. And then in addition to that, we're also in talks with La Colombe Coffee as well to provide them with juices in their cafes on the West Coast.
Very cool.
As they expand. And we hope that will lead into an East Coast relationship as well.
Nice. So lots of food service opportunity out there for you guys.
Yeah. One last thing to know: the other area we're seeing a lot of success is at the airports.
Huh.
So we're at LAX now in quite a few terminals, and the hope is that we can expand that relationship. And we've got a fantastic partner in Arias. Spanish-based, food service operator who've been so supportive of us and actually really helping us get sort of our products across there in New York, Miami, Boston, Chicago. So yeah, it's really food service is where it's at for sure.
Nice. So I guess last thing, let's talk a little bit just about the cold pressed juice category. Touched on that a little in the beginning here.
Yeah.
You're someone who's in the trenches of it.
Right.
It seems like just looking at the show, there are a lot fewer cold-pressed juice brands than there were, 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
What's the space like right now? What's the competitive sort of situation?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting question. I think, when you're so sort of focused on, sort of your own activities, obviously I read the trade publications. I follow BevNET avidly, and definitely have noticed, certainly at this show, less new cold pressed juice brands, and I think for me it's indicative that you have to have an omni-channel approach to what you're doing, and sort of having three horses in the race. I think gives us the competitive edge with the retail stores, the e-commerce, and the wholesale. I think it's allowed us the freedom to kind of really not panic too much that one or the other channel is not doing as well. But it also keeps you pretty sort of hungry and focused in those different channels. But I really think the cold pressed juice market needed a premium product. Because a lot of it is going down, more down market.
Right.
And we're certified organic, and we're slightly higher price point, and we're also not the cheapest on the shelf. So I think there's a premium sort of choice out there, and people still want. But of course, I think the competitive edge is pack size, and also kind of trying something a little different, like an 8 ounce, the shots. And we've got some very exciting products coming out in Q3, Q4, which are really rooted in botanical pharmaceuticals.
Huh.
So we don't have it ready yet, but that kind of product, I think people are really looking for. They're looking for that remedy, and so that's another thing we're looking at.
All right, lots more innovation to come.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, Alex, this has been great. Definitely wish you luck here at the show, and we'll talk soon.
Good seeing you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Take care.